Would you rather receive 100 DMs and only sign 2 clients from there? Or would you rather receive 5 to 10 DMs and actually sign 5 to 10 clients? Hi, thank you for clicking on my video. But before you go on ahead and click back, no, I will not be selling you a course. I will not be selling you a workshop, a guide, an ebook, nothing of the sort. This is a random YouTube tutorial channel, meaning that everything I share on here is something that I think you should be doing yourself or that you can do by yourself. And today's video is for service-based business owners on social media. If you offer any service on social media and you are a solopreneur, meaning you are the beginning and the end of that business, then this video is for you. So grab your pen, grab your notepad. I promise it's not going to be a waste of your time. And no, this is not coming from somebody who just Googled a random term and decided to build a channel out of it. Honestly, between both of us, I'm sick and tired of saying that. I have worked in product marketing for 6 years, and I think that there is a lot of transferable knowledge that service-based business owners can benefit from. So, class is in session. I don't know why I did that. Forgive me. Anyways, so if you've ever said to yourself, why do clients keep choosing this competitor over me? My work is clearly better. Or you've been saying, oh, I've been posting content consistently. Why isn't anyone reaching out to work with me? Or you are either today, you are drowning in clients' work, and then tomorrow you are desperately searching for your next project. Or every time you share your rates with the client that finally slides into your DM, they're like, oh, that's more expensive than I expected. What do you mean? You know? Or every time somebody asks you, what do you do at a networking event, you start to, I don't, if you don't know what to say, this video is for you. Or you dread creating content because you're not sure what to talk about anymore. You're tired of explaining, or you're trying to be everything to everyone and you are burnt out. This video is for you. Now, I can boldly say to you that the problem is not your skills or your work ethic, it's your positioning. And today I'm going to show you how to fix it. Okay? So you can finally attract the right clients who value what you do and are happy to pay your rates. And if you're thinking, oh, the market is just so saturated, the truth of the matter is every niche is saturated, every department is saturated. If you go on social media and you scroll, you would see so many people doing what you think that you're doing. So every niche is saturated, but you know what's not saturated? You you aren't. So the difference between being forgettable and being memorable is positioning. The difference between struggling to find clients and having them line up to work with you is positioning. Okay? When I work with large companies, we can hire different people to align with the brand position. As a solo entrepreneur, your position needs to align with you. For if you're a service provider, trust is everything because there's no physical product. So trust is everything. Your positioning needs to build trust instantly. This is even more critical when you don't have like a large brand name behind you. So in the absence of institutional credibility, clear positioning is your strongest trust signal because that is what will tell your potential clients, I understand exactly what you need because I have specialized in solving this specific problem. So let's get into how to fix your positioning. Now, there is a formula for it, thank God. There is a simple formula for it. And if you follow this formula, you will not get it wrong. If you actually follow the formula, you will not get it wrong. Now, I'm going to share 2 formulas with you. The first one is very complicated because that is one that I use when working with software companies. It's like the corporate positioning formula. Then I have adapted it for one that is for service-based businesses, okay? So let's start with the traditional positioning statement formula that big corporate brands use. It looks like this. For target audience, brand/service is the category that this key differentiator because reason to believe. Now it sounds like messed up stuff, but it's actually a really good formula. It has helped build billion-dollar brands. So let me break it down piece by piece. Okay. So Target audience, that is who you specifically serve. Brand or service, that is where you put your business name or your service offering. Category is the general space you operate in. And key differentiator is what makes you different. Reason to believe is why clients should trust your claim. Okay? So, let's use an example with a business coach. So that would be for female entrepreneurs in their first 3 years of business. Growth Path Coaching is the business coaching service that helps you create sustainable growth without burnout, because our methodology integrates business strategy with personal well-being. That is basically a traditional positioning statement, right? But it's a bit mouthy, it's a lot. And when you're trying to put yourself on platforms like Instagram, Threads, is, you know, so while this traditional formula is powerful, it can sometimes be a bit corporate or formal when you're a one-person business. And a lot of solopreneurs would struggle with this because it feels impersonal and it can sound stiff on platforms like Instagram or TikTok. And it doesn't always flow naturally in conversation. So if someone walks up to you now and say, "Oh, I heard you do business coaching. What do you do exactly?" And then you say, "Oh, for this and that and this and that, this is this does not mean the formula is wrong. It is incredibly effective, especially if you're a new business and you want to establish your strategic position. But for daily use on social media and in networking, I found a modified version that works better." Okay, and that formula is: I am a specific field in specific area. I help specific people achieve specific outcome through unique approach or methodology. Okay, so let's make this practical for you. So using the example from before, what we previously had was this, and now what we have would be: I am a business coach. I help female entrepreneurs in their first year of business achieve consistency without burnout through my whatever unique way you do that. That is very, very simple. If someone walks up to you and say, "What do you do?" you can easily say that. So this version is more conversational, but why this version is very important is that it focuses on the transformation that you provide. It highlights your unique approach and it works well in social media bios and introductions. So, for example, I have a friend, her name is Sarah. She helps tech startups that are just like starting their business to design their brand identity. But she does it in like 7 days. She has everything down pat and all of that. So if Sarah wants to talk about herself in a tech networking event, she would not just say, "Oh, I'm a graphic designer, I can do your brand." No, no, no. She would say something like, "I help tech startups make a memorable first impression through my 7-day brand sprint process," right? So if you're a copywriter, for example, and your focus is on online course creators that do not have like conversions, for example, you can adapt that formula, right? So you can say, "I help online course creators double their conversion rates through direct voice of customer research," or something like that. But you're not going to just be spewing random words, right? And this formula is important. So you're not just going to be spewing random words. If you want to actually nail this formula, there are 4 things you need to know. You need to know your who, you need to know your what, you need to know your how, and your why. Because this formula has those 4 things in it. Now, if you look at this formula again, you would see excuse me, you would see oh my god, you would see specific field. That is your what. Now, a lot of the time, you already know your what. If you don't know your what, maybe you should not have a business. Your what is basically what you do, right? Your who is who you do it for. Your why is the outcome that you would give them. So the why is not exactly yours. The why is the client's why. Then the how is your unique approach and your methodology. If you know these four things, you can effectively fill it into this formula, and then you would have your positioning down pat. Because when these three elements align in your social media content, your positioning will cut through the noise. Okay, so back to our previous example, the who is busy female entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in their first 3 years of business. The how is maybe, for example, you have a 10-minute content creation system that has given you results. The why, remember, the why is your client's why. So why should they work with you? Because they want to maintain a consistent online presence, or they want to generate leads without the time investment, or they want to balance being a mom and being a new business owner. Whatever it is, you have to know why your client wants to work with you. Why should they seek you out? What do you have that feels that need for them? Do you understand? So you would have to name a specific audience, address a specific pain point, offer a specific solution, and promise a specific outcome. That is the level of clarity that stands out on social media. It's not, that is it. That is literally it. You would, if you get this right, your ideal client would stop scrolling and think this person is talking directly to me. Because if you get it right, it informs your content. The type of things that you're going to be saying, you're not just going to be saying something random. In fact, if you're using ChatGPT to create your content, if you are giving it accurate instruction from your positioning, the result is going to give you is going to be better. And that's just on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And when you are doing your positioning, a lot of people are scared of excluding potential clients, right? But there's a saying in marketing, if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. If you're thinking, oh, if I position myself and I'm strict with my specific outcome, specific this, specific that, I won't get many customers, that is a lie. All right, that is a lie. Would you rather have 100 DMs, right, of, oh, what's this about, when you put content out, and then 100 people slide into your DMs, and out of those 100 people, when you finally explain everything to them, only 2 people answer? Is that what you want? Or would you rather, when you put out a piece of content, it is already so clear that the DMs you are getting is, I want in, I want in, I want in? That is what positioning does. Clear positioning attracts. It does not repel. When you position clearly, people will approach you. People outside of your target will still even approach you if they resonate with you, right? Specificity breeds referrals. When people can easily explain what you do, they can easily refer you, right? And best believe you would also be flexible, because when you position yourself as someone that specializes in something, you will see people start asking you for additional services. So if you get your positioning down pat, you do not have a problem, right? And the first place to show your positioning is your social media bios and headlines. And I would display some formulas on the screen for when you have done your positioning and how you can put it into um, your social media bios. So pause, screenshots, and then move on. Now, if you do not know how to define your who, how to define your how, and how to define your why, I think I'm going to make 3 more individual videos specifically for that purpose. Okay. But if you already know that and you're ready to start positioning, then go ahead. But there are some traps I want you to be mindful of when you're positioning. One is that you think you can help anyone with anything related to your field. Even if you can, start with a specific focus. You can always expand later. Okay? Another one is when you position around deliverables rather than outcomes. You have to always connect your positioning. You have to always connect what you do rather to why it matters. Don't just say, oh, I can do 58 blah blah blah. Except if that is what matters to your clients, right? Then don't position yourself to sound like everyone else in your industry. You cannot copy positioning. Find what genuinely makes your approach different. And when you finally are ready, excuse me, and you want to write out your positioning statement, don't start using industry terminology that clients will not understand. Use the language that your clients would use themselves, right? And finally, I don't want to have to say this, but some people can be weird. Don't put claims that you cannot back up. Put your true strengths, put your true results. Okay? Now, your positioning statement is a living tool. So as you grow, you can always change it. It is not fixed. All right. And it does not happen overnight. So give yourself a break. If you have written out a positioning statement, you can test it, right? Test different variations, gather feedback until it truly captures what makes your business uniquely valuable to your ideal clients. Excuse me. Most importantly, once you've defined your positioning, you have to let it guide the decisions about the services that you offer, the clients that you pursue, the way you price your work. I have a feeling this is not going to be the only video I make about this. But most importantly, it guides the content that you create and how you describe your business. I'm going to make sure that I create more videos on how to define the how. So I would have one video for each, one video for how, one video for why, one video for who. So how to figure those things out. Thank you for watching this video. I tried not to make it too long. I hope it has been helpful for you. If it has been helpful for you, please like, please share. If you would like to see something specifically or you have a question, please put it in the comments. I always get to them. Like I said, this channel is for random YouTube tutorials. So if there's anything else you would like to see, that is not related to this, and you think that my approach to teaching would make you understand it better, put your request in the comments as well. And I will see you next time.